Dave Nichols, thank you very much. The 2016 presidential campaign is finally over. The historic race with tense moments all the way up until the end of Election Day, which was actually earlier this morning.
It really was. But after hours of close vote counts and consecutive upsets favoring Trump, the Republican nominee emerged victorious. Here's Diane Gallagher with more.
I've just received a call from Secretary Clinton. She congratulated us, it's about us, on our victory.
Donald Trump celebrating victory early Wednesday.
I congratulated her and her family on a very, very hard-fought campaign.
Hillary Clinton campaign chairman John Podesta addressing a somber crowd of Clinton supporters.
Several states are too close to call, so we're not going to have anything more to say tonight.
After a bruising several hours for the Democratic nominee on a night that shocked much of the nation. Tuesday evening started off well enough for Clinton as vote totals began to come in, but as the evening pressed on, Clinton's lead in several key states began to shrink, giving way to a lead for Donald Trump. Then several key battleground states considered essential for Trump did indeed tip in favor of the Republican nominee. Trump winning Ohio, Florida, and North Carolina. Nail-biter races continued into the morning hours with thin margins in Pennsylvania, as well as New Hampshire, where the nominees were at one point separated by just 18 votes. Trump then pulling ahead of Clinton in the Democratic firewall state of Wisconsin, ultimately winning it along with key states like Arizona and Pennsylvania. Trump pulling off a long shot victory to become America's 45th president. I'm Diane Gallagher reporting.
Tennessee, of course, voted in favor of Trump. Only 4 counties went blue. Davidson, Shelby, Haywood, and Hardeman, of course, out of 95 Tennessee counties. Yeah. Well, Donald Trump won big, as we mentioned, here in Tennessee with more than 60% of that vote.
Yeah, News Channel 5's Dan Kennedy is breaking down the numbers for us at the Davidson County Election Commission. And Dan, a historic turnout and very red across Tennessee.
Very red, but then you see those 4 blue counties, as you just mentioned, including Davidson County. So Trump across the state gets about 61% of the vote, but then in Davidson, that's flipped. And Clinton has about 2/3 of the vote. Joined now by Brent Leatherwood this morning, Executive Director of the Tennessee Republican Party. Nice to have you here this morning. When you look at Davidson County in particular, and Clinton gets 2/3, does that surprise you? Did you expect the margin to be that big?
No, we absolutely expected her to carry Davidson County. I think she actually carried 3 counties in the state, and Davidson was one of the ones that our polling suggested she was actually going to carry pretty overwhelmingly, and she did.
What did you learn about Tennessee voters throughout this election that maybe you didn't know before? Anything?
They love Republican leadership. We have expanded our supermajority status in the General Assembly, and they voted overwhelmingly for our Republican nominee, and now he's the president-elect.
A couple statements this morning from Republican leaders in the state, from you guys, and also from Senator Bob Corker. Corker congratulating Trump. What are the chances you think that Corker gets a call from Trump in the coming weeks to see he begins to put his cabinet together?
They have to be very good. I mean, he is an established, smart man on foreign relations. I think that's an area where a lot of folks want to see what our president-elect does. I think Senator Corker absolutely needs to be one of the first phone calls that our president-elect makes.
A lot to watch for still. Brent, appreciate you being here.
Yep, thank you.
All right, thank you. And that's a wrap from here at the Davidson County Election Commission at their satellite office on 2nd Avenue, and we'll send it back to you all.
All right, Dan, thanks so much. And more breaking news we're watching, non-election related. Police are responding to reports of a suspicious package at the Walmart on Nolensville Pike. News Channel 5's Alexandra Cohen has arrived there in live drive this morning. And what do we know on this, Alexandra?
Right now, they do have crime tape up. I'm going to show you where a bomb technician with Metro Police Department is actually scanning a suspicious box. This is at the Walmart in the 5000 block of Nolensville Pike. As you can see, they have secured a small perimeter, but at this point, officers are not sure if this is a viable threat. But again, some people on edge today called this in as a suspicious package at the Walmart here on Nolensville Pike. And police, they're obviously taking this very seriously. They were called out here to investigate. As soon as we get any updated information from the bomb techs here on scene, we'll make sure that we update you guys and pass that information along. Reporting in live drive, Alexandra Cohen, News Channel 5.
Alexandra, thank you. And Republicans across the state had a lot to celebrate on election night, not just the presidential race. A crowd of hundreds filled the old Natchez Country Club in Franklin for the Williamson County Republican election party. U.S. Representative Marsha Blackburn and House Speaker Beth Harwell both made appearances. Party leaders say it was important for everyone to come together.
All this whole area that is here and all kinds of in between, because we needed to come together as a family, and we needed to say no matter what has been going on in the state races, no matter what has been going on at the national level, we need to unite and we need to lead, and we can't lead if we're divided.
All right, and let's talk about the U.S. Senate now. The race for the Senate, neck and neck all night long. Razor-thin margins. Republicans will keep the majority, though, with 51 seats right now. One race still too close to call. Democrat Foster Campbell has advanced to a December runoff election down in Louisiana. Overall, we're talking the U.S. Senate here. The GOP has 51 seats. Democrats have 47.
And this morning, we know Republicans will retain control of the U.S. House of Representatives. Democrats did not pick up the 30 seats they would have needed to gain the majority. Currently, Republicans have 222 seats to the Democrats' 155. All four sitting U.S. representatives in Tennessee easily won re-election. Democrat Jim Cooper is returning to Congress for his 8th term. Republicans Scott DesJarlais, Diane Black, and Marsha Blackburn will all keep their seats as well. All right, so two big races in Tennessee to tell you about now.
Yeah, now we're talking about the state legislature here, a battle over State Senate District 20 that kind of wraps around the western part of Davidson County. Republican State Senator Steve Dickerson defeating Democrat Aaron Coleman, making him the only Republican to win a state seat in Davidson County. We're going to hear from Coleman coming up in the next half hour. And in the Belmead Green Hills area, Chris Moth put on a challenge to Republican House Speaker Beth Harwell for a second time with the same result. Speaker Harwell wins it and goes back to the state capitol.